Hi, my name is Kay. We're going to do a short yoga practice today, a very gentle practice to help us to unwind and relax. We're going to start our practice in our easy seat. So when you're ready, maybe sitting on a block or book to raise up those hips just to help with our breathing as we just relax into our practice today. Sitting up nice and straight with the head over the shoulders and the shoulders over the hips. Just start to notice the breath. Still keeping that straight spine. So take a gentle breath in. Inhale through the nose, expand the belly. And relax as you breathe out. Keeping that breath going as we just check in with ourselves today. So how are you feeling? Both physically and mentally. Just making a note of that. And then thinking of a intention for today's session, a Sankalpa that you can refer to throughout your practice. Gentle breaths in and out. Leaving whatever we have to do later on hold. And just spending this time for you to relax and unwind. So keeping a nice straight spine. Inhale through the nose. Expanding the belly. Really let the abdomen relax as it fills with air. And on your exhale, give a light squeeze and lift through from the lower belly to help press this breath out nice and gently. Breathe in again through the nose, expanding the belly, front to back, side to side, and softening. And then as you breathe out, give that gentle squeeze and lift through the center of the body. Breathing in again, soften and filling the belly. Letting the abdomen relax. And then on your exhale, give that lift and that squeeze through the lower belly to help press that breath out nice and gently. Squeeze and lift up and out. Keeping this very slow breath throughout our practice. Breathing to your pace. Maybe if you feel like you're breathing too much, pausing on the out breaths, pausing on the in breaths. Using this core activation to stabilize and to maximize our practice today. And when you're ready, starting to take the block away now, starting to move the shoulders round in circles. You can use that breath as we've practiced, breathing in through the nose, softening the belly and breathing out, lifting up, squeezing up and out through the center of the body. And the opposite way. Brilliant, lovely. And taking the head in little circles, very slowly, maybe pausing if you find any stiffness, making the circles smaller if that's more comfortable, or maybe half circles. There's always options. Always gently moving where our body feels most comfortable. And bring the chin into the chest, breathe in. And breathe out as we look up. Breathe in again, chin to chest. Breathe out as we look up. Taking the hands to the side, breathe in and soften. Breathe out as we stretch over, keeping the spine nice and straight, pushing the opposite knee down, if that's in our practice. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Breathe in again, soften. Breathe out, taking it to the opposite side. Feeling the nice stretch all the way down the lats. Breathe in gently. Breathe out. Breathe in again, reach to the sky. Breathe out as we twist, taking the arm to the knee, the opposite knee, looking over the shoulder, so just the thoracic chest, the top of the chest twisting, maybe going a little bit deeper on those out breaths. Breathe in again, soften, and breathe out. Breathe in again, arms come up, stretch up tall as we breathe out. Breathe in again, breathe out and twist to the opposite side. Gently breathing in and out. Breathe in again and out. Breathe in one more time. Breathe out, coming back to center. I'm taking the hands onto the knees and let's just gently go round in little circles, working into the hips. We can take the breath in as we go forward and out as we come back. Very organic movements, moving to the flow of your own body's natural rhythm. And then the opposite way. And then coming to a stillness. And within my classes, we always do a little bit of what we call belly bonfire, but today we're going to be very gentle. I want to take the hands behind you and we want to keep the shoulders back and the chest out so we're not arching the lower back, okay? And we're going to bring the foot up level with the knee. Okay, so keeping those breaths, breathe in and out. Keep that going with a nice gentle breath. Just starting to wake up those legs a little bit more. And using those abdominal muscles, waking them up, but still very gentle. Okay, from there, we're going to come forward again. Chest is forward, shoulders remember to keep them back as we come back. So take a gentle breath in as we stretch forward. And as we breathe out, come back. Breathe in again, come forward. Breathe in out, come back. Now, if you feel comfortable, you can lift the legs as you bring the arms back to the chest. If not, stay with just coming forwards and backwards. Breathe in and stretch, stretching out the spine. Breathe out, bringing the feet up. If that's within your practice today, breathe in, stretch forward. Breathe out and lift. You can always put the hands down if that feels like a little bit more comfortable. Keeping the chest out, shoulders back. Let's do 3 more. Breathe in. Pick your version. Might be version 1 or version 2 or the last one. Lifting those legs for version 3. Taking the feet down, let's bring ourselves to crossover, holding over to the elbows and bringing the chest forward just to take that gentle curve in the spine in the opposite direction, shoulders back, chest out. Breathe in here. Breathe out, relax. Breathe in again. And out. Lovely. From there, we're going to come back down to the ground and we're going to do some very gentle yogi bicycles. Okay, so you can do different variations of this as well. So keeping the knees above the hips, remembering that the lumbar is neutral onto the mat. And if you're comfortable here, you can toe tap. So that's option 1. Again, working these really deep core muscles. So that is option 1. Option 2 is to move the legs. Okay. You could lift the head and shoulders off the floor, not scrunch, careful not to scrunch the neck, so keeping the elbows out, and then toe tap. Okay. Or the final option is elbow to knee for your yogi bicycles. So you choose your version. And let's keep that going, remembering those slow, gentle breaths. Keep that going. If you're twisting, you're working into your side abs as well. Keep it going. Maybe smile. Do as much or as little as you're comfortable with. This is about you, what you're comfortable doing today. Every day is different. Okay, 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's take the head and shoulders gently down. Hold on to those knees and gently rock, pointing the toes side to side, massaging the lower back, or maybe little circles. 4 corners of the back there, and the other way. And then we're going to just massage the spine as we come up to seated. So holding onto the back of the knees, coming backwards and forwards along that spine, and crossing the legs over, if possible, and bringing ourselves to all fours. Great. Okay, with the shoulders over the wrists, if there's any fussiness in the wrists, maybe taking them slightly forward. We can come down to our forearms if there's any problems with the wrists. It can all be done down here, okay? So you take your version. Hands are gently splayed out, and we're going to gently do some circles. Remembering that if the knees need any padding, maybe putting a blanket or turning the mat over. So just being very gentle and kind. And here we can go as gently, as deeply, or as crazily as we feel is comfortable to us. Round in circles, waking up the shoulders, pushing into the finger pads and the knuckles. Take that a little bit of weight out of the wrists. Okay, come into a stillness. We're going to come into a cat-cow. So gently bend the elbows, breathe in. Soften, breathe out, pushing up to our cat pose. Pelvis is coming forward, head is gently down. Breathe in again here. Breathe out, softening, taking the belly down. Soften those elbows. Breathe in again. Cat pose, pushing down into the earth as we rise up to the sky and out. Breathe in again, feeling that space in between each vertebrae. Just warming up the spine and the shoulders and down. Coming to a neutral spine. Let's take out the left leg and stretching forward and back. And from there, let's stretch out the opposite leg very gently. Breathing gently in and out throughout our practice today. And then let's tuck our toes under just to stretch out those toes. Walk ourselves gently if that's comfortable. If it's not comfortable, keep the feet flat. And let's just massage from the elbows down the forearms. It's all part and parcel, just to give the wrists a little bit of a loving. Keeping them nice and relaxed. Being aware of the feet. The feet are really Important part to stretch to help with our flexibility. Something that sometimes we overlook. So, very important, the feet, to stretch out the feet. Okay, from here, we're going to take out the right arm and the left foot. If that's too much, you can put your hands down or you can put your knee down and just do the arm. Okay, so there again, 3 options. If you can hold, breathe in, you're softening, you're breathing out and you're engaging that core. Okay, holding for 3 breaths. And relax, taking the opposite side, left arm, right leg, or just one leg, one arm, whichever, for 3 breaths. Pointing that toe down, the foot is level with the hip, working into the whole of the body, balancing the core, strengthening the core, working into the shoulders, the glutes. Breathe in again, last breath. Breathe out, come down. Okay, from there, we're going to come back with the knees and forward with the hands and just let the belly drop down to our puppy pose. Knees again are under the hips. Arms can come a little bit wider. All our bodies are different. If you need a block on your head and that's uncomfortable to come round down to the ground, then use a block. Bring the earth to you, okay? So nothing is right, nothing is wrong. It has to feel right for you. Stretching out the shoulders, gently breathing in, softening with that in-breath. And breathing out. Breathe in again. And out. Breathe in and soften. Breathe out, engaging from that lower belly. Lifting yourself forward down to Sphinx pose. Nice rounding of the spine, very gently to start. Keeping the head just looking forward, not straining the neck. Put the head down if there's any fussiness in the neck. Pushing into those finger pads. Breathe in gently here. Breathe out. Breathe in again. And out. One more time, breathe in and soften. Breathe out, bending the knees, lifting through center, back to all fours. Tucking those toes under. Let's get ready to come into our downward facing dog. We're going to breathe in and soften and breathe out and activate from the lower pelvic area. Activate those core muscles and lift through center to guide us up to downward facing dog. So when we're ready, prepare, push down into the earth as we breathe in and soften. Belly. And as we breathe out, bend those elbows, lift through center, up to our downward facing dog. Now our downward facing dog, we can be pedaling out those legs. We're looking at our tailbone shooting up to the sky. Very gently just walking out the dog, pushing into the finger pads and the knuckles rather than the wrists. And then let's gently walk, but keeping the knees close to the chest, walking up to the top of the mat, feet hip width apart, or 2 fists. And just gently holding on to these elbows, ragdoll, side to side. Maybe imagining the feet are in the sea and we're putting the hands through the water. So whatever you feel happy with is good. Breathe gently. Breathe out. Okay, keeping the hands one either side, one in front of each foot. We're going to prepare now to lift up to mountain. So we're going to push into the big toe mount, the little toe mount at the heel. We're going to push down into the open. We're going to rise up through the arches of our feet. So gently breathe in and soften. Pushing down into those 3 points, the toe, the big toe, the little toe, and the heel, as we lift up through the arches, coming up to our mountain pose. Bringing the belly in, the bottom in. Okay, lifting the knees, engaging the quads. Nice, strong mountain pose. Gently breathe in here. Breathe out, let go. Breathe in again. And out. Breathe in, bend the knees, bring the arms up as we breathe out. Breathe in again. Breathe out, bending the knees, folding at the hips as we come down. Breathe out. Pausing, breathe in. Breathe out, lifting through center, the halfway lift. Elbows into the side body. Body looks like a number 7. Nice straight spine. Head can relax. Feel comfortable in the extension of the spine. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Breathe in again. Breathe out. Bend the knees. Let's step that back foot back to a low lunge. We are now on train tracks. We have got our chest off our thigh, if that is convenient, comfortable for you, and look to keep our knee over our ankle. If coming up to a low lunge is difficult, bring the earth to you, okay? If you're going to do it without the blocks, take a gentle breath in, and on the breath out, pushing into that front foot, lifting up through center, let's bring ourselves up to a low lunge. Hands coming in the crease of the thigh. Shoulders back, chest down. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Breathe in again. Breathe out, bringing the arms up. Breathe in. Stretch tall, breathe out, let's twist. Taking the right hand behind us, left hand forward. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, arms come up and down to prayer. Gentle breath in here. Gentle breath out. Taking the left elbow to the right knee, pushing into the palms of those hands. If you want to tuck the toe under, just to push this up a notch, take the leg, knee off the floor. If not, keep the knee down and the top of the foot down on the mat. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, taking the left hand down to the ground, right hand comes up. Look up to the hand if that's comfortable with the neck. If not, let the head just gently fall where it's comfortable. Bringing the shoulder blades together. Breathe in here. Breathe out. Looking forward, let's take this hand round in gentle circles. If your knees still off the floor, take the circles, follow the hand with the eyes. One more time. Lovely, gentle breath in here. Breath out, let's step back to all fours. Tuck the toes under and bring yourself back up to that downward facing dog. Still pedaling out those legs, stretching out through the body. Maybe you need to move the shoulders. If this is a little bit too uncomfortable, staying on all fours, moving around. And then when you're ready, whether it's down dog or from all fours, let's gently walk back up to the top of the mat again. Feet hip width apart, taking the hands to the ground, pushing down into the big toe mount, the little toe mount, and the heel of the foot as we push down into the earth. Breathe out as we lift up, engage through the core to lift back up to mountain pose. Palms forward, belly in, bottom in, gently breathing in and out. Breathe in again, bend the arms, bring the arms up. Take hold of the left wrist. Let's stretch the arm over to the right. Breathe in gently, in and out. Breathe again. Breathe out to the opposite side. Breathe in gently again and out. Breathe in and out. Arms come up. Take the arms down by our side as we bend at the hips, hands to the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out as we step back. Low lunge on the opposite leg, bringing the back knee down. Ensuring we have the knee over the ankle. Remember, you can have your blocks by your side if you want to use those to come up to a low lunge. Gentle breath in here, keeping the chest off the knee. Breathe out, engage the core, lifting up to the low lunge. Let's not dump into that hip. We are lifting the pelvis back. Breathing gently in and out. Breathe in again here and out. Take the hands down by your side, breathe in, breathe out, stretching up. Breathe in again, breathe out, let's twist. Smile. Wobble deep. Okay, lovely. Gently breathe in here and out. Breathe in again. And our arms come up and down. Back to our prayer hands. Breathe in. Breathe out, taking a twist, pushing the palms together. Remember, if you want to tuck the toe under and lift the back leg off the floor, then push that up. If not, keep the knee down, foot down. Take 2 more breaths. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take those hands down to the floor and we'll put the right hand down, left hand comes up for your twist. If you want again, lift the knee off the floor, push down into that front foot, feel the activation down the back of the leg, or keep the knee down. Following that hand, breathe in. As we breathe out, let the eyes follow. As we circle the arm, whether your knee is down, 2, and the last one, 3. Taking your knee down and stepping back to all fours. Taking the knees out to the side, feet together, walking gently down to child's pose. And let go. Very gently. Stretching into those shoulders, breathing in. Breathing out and let go. Just walk the hands to the left. Stretching a little deeper down the side body. If the hips are uncomfortable, using a block in between to gently bring yourself a little bit higher. So always using our props, what we have, to help us through our practice. Breathe in here. Breathe out, walk the hands to the opposite side and let go. Breathe in here and out. Breathe in again. Breathe out, walking back to center. And let's bring ourselves back to all fours. And we're just going to stretch out the arms and thread the needle. So, keeping a nice Strong base. Breathe in, lift up the right arm and thread the arm through as you breathe out. Breathe in again and up. And breathe out as we come back for 2. Breathe in and back for 3. Last one, we're going to come down to the ground this time as we breathe out, taking the head down to the ground and leaning into the hand to keep ourselves nice and stable. If you feel like you want to push this further, stretching the hand out forward. Feeling the stretch, you might feel the stretch is more comfortable for you here, or you might feel the stretch here. Gently breathing in. You can extend this by taking out the left leg, and you can also lift the leg up. So whichever version is better for you. You can also extend the leg up by taking a bind. So lots of versions. Just take the version that you feel that you're comfortable with. Take another breath in here. Breath out, relax. Breathe in again. And out. Bringing ourselves back up to all fours. Just taking a little circle there to even out our backs, nice and gently. Okay, let's take that on the other side. So breathe in. As we breathe out, lift up. Breathe in. Breathe out, thread the needle. Breathe in, 4, up and out. 2, up again. And 3. And the last one. Let's come through again this time to the floor. So keeping yourself here is absolutely fine, or stretching out the right arm wherever you feel you need the stretch. You can also straighten the right leg and lift that off the floor, and you can also extend that with a bind. So you take your version of this pose. Breathe in gently and out. Breathe in one more time. Breathe out, lifting yourself back to all fours. And let's come down to the belly very gently. Breathing in, gently breathing out. Take your hands down by your side and breathe gently. Gently interlacing the hands behind you. We're going to do a locust pose, so lifting the chest and the thighs off the floor. Might be that you're just lifting very gently and you don't feel like you're coming off the floor. So go where you're comfortable, keeping the legs hip width. Gently breathe in and soften. Breathe out and lift to where you're comfortable. And let's concentrate on engaging that lower back as well, because this is about strengthening the lower back and the glutes. Breathe in here. Stretching out the shoulders. Breathe out, relax. Take the head to the opposite side. If you want to maybe undo the fingers and move the wrists, we'll take that one more time. Interlace the fingers. Relax and prepare. Soften, breathe out, engage the core and lift. Lifting and maybe a little bit higher. Breathe in here, 2 more breaths, concentrating on engaging those lower back muscles. 1 more, breathe in. Breathe out, relax. Head comes down to the opposite side. Let's take the hands either side of the chest. Keep the elbows into the side body. Just come up for a very gentle cobra. Breathe in and breathe out. So taking the Head to the floor, chin into chest, breathe in. As you breathe out, chin to chest, last thing to come up is the head. Beautiful. Breathe in here gently, taking the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in and out. Breathe in again. Breathe out gently, bring the chest back down with the head to the opposite side. Tuck those toes under. Breathe out. Breathe in, prepare and soften, lifting the knees off the floor. As you breathe out, engage in the pelvis, coming back up to all fours. From there, we're going to cross the legs over and come back onto our seat. Okay, from here, let's sit up nice and straight in staff pose, pushing down into the calves, keeping the back and the spine nice and straight, shoulders over the hips. Gently breathe in here, keeping the feet flexed, pushing those legs into the earth. Breathe in here. Breathe out, let go. Breathe in again. Breathe out, taking the right foot over the left. It's okay if the foot is only here. One day it might come here. So wherever you are is good. Breathe in. Breathe out, take the left arm up around the right leg. Straightening the spine, breathe in. And as we breathe out, take that arm up and behind us and follow with the eyes. Nice straight spine, pushing the calf into the mat, activating that leg, keeping the foot, the toes facing up, foot flexed. Breathe in here. Breathe out, relax. One more breath in and out. Breathe in one more time. Breathe out, coming back to center. Let's shake those hands, give those legs. And let's sit up nice and tall. Breathe in, prepare, soften. Breathe out, let's take the left leg over the right this time, wherever is within your body's range. Sitting up nice and straight, gently breathe in. Breathe out, let go. Breathe in again. Breathe out, lifting that right arm up around the left leg. Breathe in. And out, bringing up the left hand behind you. Follow with the eyes. Pull the leg towards you. We're working deep into these glutes, the piriformis, stretching the muscle. Gently breathing in and out. So not stretching too far, stretching as far as your edge and then maybe backing off slightly. Never wanting to go any deeper, just to be gentle. Breathe in here and out. Breathe in again. Breathe out, coming forward. Let's shake those arms, shake those legs off. And taking hold of your block. So we're going to take a supported bridge to just relax a little bit more. And stretching, taking the block underneath the tailbone, okay, not the lower back. And you can stretch the legs out if that's within your range or your comfort. Take the arms over your head. Let's stretch the toes out tall and the fingertips are really stretching all these muscles we've worked. Stretch, working muscles and stretching them, creating long, lean, strong muscles. And relax. Concentrating on those slow, deep breaths, softening. And bringing the hands out, down by your side. Taking the block onto the lowest surface, keeping it in the tailbone and lifting the legs up to the sky. Relaxing the face and the shoulders. We're letting the blood be forced back down, reoxygenating and sending nutrients to the vital organs in the belly. And relax. You can push this up to a shoulder stand, but remembering to use a thin block or blanket to pad out the shoulders, to be careful not to put any strain on the neck. So just being very thoughtful, very mindful. Maybe moving the feet, maybe taking the legs out and stretching the inside. You can hold on to the knees, you can hold on to the inner thighs or take the feet. Holding onto the feet, stretching the inside of the legs. Keeping the knees bent if that's more comfortable, or pushing the knees away for a deeper stretch. Breathe in and out. Breathe in again. Breathe out, knees together. Taking the hands down by your side, bend the knees. Let's bring ourselves back down, taking the block away, bringing the knees into the chest. And one hand on each knee, 2 big circles. One way and the other. Bring the knees together, stretching the arms out into a T shape. Taking the knees to the left, let's look to the right. And let go. If you want a tighter stretch, bringing the knees closer to the body and the feet. Really relaxing now on every exhale. Breathe in again. Breathe out, lift those legs, taking them to the opposite side. Head comes to the left, feet and knees to the right. Shoulder to the ground and relax. Breathe in and out. Breathe in again. Breathe out, taking the knees to center. Again, let's bring these knees in and circle the lower back both ways. And then bringing the feet to the outside of the mat and just windshield wipering one knee in and out. Just working into the hips, taking them inward rotation. And then when you're ready, bringing your feet down to the corners of the mat, palms facing up for our final resting pose. Corpse pose in Shavasana. And staying here for as long as you need, relaxing on every breath. Being as present as you can, letting go of any thoughts racing, maybe placing them in clouds and letting them float by. And then coming back to your breath to relax and let go. Checking in with yourself or your Sankalpa, your intention for this session. And then check in with yourself, both mentally and physically. See if anything's changed from the beginning of the session to now. And let go. And just focusing on the rise and the fall of your chest. Being present on the mat. Letting thoughts drift away in clouds. Relax. And I wanted to read a little verse from Thich Nhat Hanh, How to Love. Love is living, breathing. There is no need to force it to grow in a particular direction. If we start by being easy and gentle with ourselves, we will find it is just there inside of us, solid and healing. Love is living. Love is a breathing thing. And that is called Love is Organic, Thich Nhat Hanh. And maybe pausing the video if you want to stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer. And then when you're ready to close your practice, rolling over onto one side, just gently relaxing there for a moment. And then from there, very gently bringing yourself back up to seated. Being careful not to sit up too quickly. And then coming to your easy seat. Your spine nice and straight. Just to close our practice. Opening the eyes, maybe a smile. Gentle breath in, stretch tall. And as we breathe out, bring the arms down. Another gentle breath in. And as you breathe out, taking the palms together and bringing the hands to the third eye to remind ourselves to have kind thoughts. To our lips, to remind ourselves to have kind conversations. And to our hearts, to remind ourselves to have kind relationships. Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. May the light in me shine the light in all of you. Namaste. Thank you. Bye for now. Hope you've enjoyed it and you feel relaxed.